Lucy, I'm home.
You know, I really wish you would stop saying that every time you walk into my apartment. Have you ever heard of the concept of a worn-out joke? It's enough already.
I'm just trying to lighten the mood. Maybe I wouldn't have to work so hard if you weren't so uptight.
I'm not uptight. I'm just tired of your happy-go-lucky attitude. How are you keeping that goofy smile anyway, with your wife being so freshly dead?
I wouldn't say fresh. I checked her corpse last night. She's pretty rotten, as a matter of fact.
Gross. What do you mean, checked it? You started grave robbing now, too?
I wanted to make sure she didn't have any jewels on her. I'm struggling, if you haven't noticed. Vacuum sales haven't been so hot lately. In fact, they suck.
Very funny, deadhead. I guess I'll take a joke over television references any day. By the way, what's the deal with the blood in the refrigerator? We both live here, you know. I don't like blood bottles next to my milk.
They're sealed. Besides, the donor was clean. You've got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, like you give a blood test to all of your victims. You know, when I agreed to this living arrangement, I assumed you would clean up after yourself.
I assumed you wouldn't be an asshole. I suppose assumptions make an out of you and me. Ha ha ha.
Assume, jackass. Assume makes an out of you and me. You sound like a damn fool when you say it wrong.
Yes, well, either way, you are an asshole.
Get the blood out of the fridge or I will rip you an asshole.
And I will rip your head clean from your shoulders.
Get out of here, Taylor. You don't scare me. If it wasn't for me, you'd be out on the street. Not many females to prey on when you're homeless, that's for sure. You owe me.
Ah, yes. That reminds me, I have a nice young lady coming over this evening. I hope you won't mind if I ask for a little privacy in the living room.
Jesus, Val, take a little grieving time, why don't you? How is it that a vampire your age is getting more action than a vibrant young man like me? It's a sin!
Yes, indeed. When 500 years old you reach, look as good you will not.
Thanks, Yoda, but I don't get it. How do you land all of these women and as a widower?
I learned a long time ago that if you simply invite them into your home first, you don't have to wait for an invitation from them. Very simple.
So then, you're a gigolo?
No, I'm a vampire. And a very sexy one at that.
Yeah, well, just make sure you clean up after yourself. I'm tired of all the stains on the couch. Blood doesn't come out so easy, don't you know? What the hell?
So warm and tasty.
Dear God, Val, what the hell? You know, you're never gonna find a new mate if you kill all of them.
Who says I want a new mate? Draining the blood from them is much more satisfactory.
Good Lord, Val. That's horrifying.
What do you expect? I'm a monster.
Is she dead?
Yes, indeed. Quite dead, I would say. Now, help me take care of the body.
Are you out of your mind? You want me to be party to this horror? No way. That's aiding and abetting.
Nick, don't be such a prude. This is your house, after all. Do you want the stench of corpse lingering? It will attract the cops.
You know, there is a simple solution to that.
And what would that be?
Stop killing people in my apartment. You are the worst kind of roommate. I don't charge enough for this
Yes, well, too bad no one else wants to be a roommate with a con artist.
At least I don't kill my victims.
Yes, and stealing their money is so much better.
Hey, I paid my dues to society, buddy. Jail time. What have you paid?
Years of solitary lifestyle is payment enough, especially when it is 500 years.
Jesus.
Now, are you going to help me or not? We need to get this body in the ground.
Fine. Next time I need a roommate, I won't be going to Craigslist, that's for sure.
Okay, grab the saw.
What?
Do you want to carry the body outside in an apartment complex? We have to cut her up if you expect to get it outside with no suspicion.
This is insane.
I've already drained the blood. It won't make a mess, you uptight neat freak.
Somehow, that is the least of my worries.
looks like you got a big load there. Mind if I ask you what it is and where you're going?
Yes, officer. Good evening. Just taking out some trash. Had a big party last night. Lots of bottles to throw out.
Bottles, eh? You know, the recycling is the other direction.
Yes, officer, we are aware, but we choose not to recycle. Social protest, you know.
Indeed, but the dumpster's also the other direction. Are you planning to throw these bottles in the woods?
Well, officer, we feel to truly recycle, you have to simply bury trash in the ground. Al natural, you know? Makes sense to us.
Well, boys, I can't say that makes any sense to me. In fact, sounds like a pretty thin excuse. Why don't you go ahead and open up that bag so I can see what's inside?
Why don't you turn around, fat boy, and head back to your car before this gets any more complicated?
Val!
Excuse me, son.
I am not your son, pigman.
He's just joking, officer. He's had a long night.
Not as long as you're going to have.
Val!
He was going to be a problem. Now he's not. Problem solved.
Yeah, well, my problem is still going. You. What are we going to do now?
Did you bring that saw?
Dear Lord. I think I'm going to lose my dinner. Val, why are all the dishes dirty? It's your week to clean the dishes.
What did you say? I wasn't paying attention to your nagging.
My nagging? You know, I helped you bury not one, but 2 bodies last night. The least you could do is keep up with your end of the cleaning.
I'm so sorry. I was not aware that our cleaning duties around the apartment were so well scheduled.
Yeah, you see this calendar on the fridge? It details what weeks we each have which duties. Though I noticed that you often don't keep up your end of the bargain.
Oh, and what bargain is that, might I ask?
The one that says I let you live here and feed on innocent victims night in and night out as long as you wash the dishes after you use all of them.
I'm not so sure if that's really a bargain.
I would think keeping you out of prison is a decent enough trade-off for some minor manual labor.
I've gotten along pretty well the last 500 years, so I'm just not so sure I agree.
Look, Paler, either you wash these dishes or I will kick your ass.
Just to try, Bosley. My ass is quite fast, you will find out. And if you were to try and assault me, I will remove the head from your body.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Why don't you come a little closer and say that to my face?
I will, bitch.
There you go. Right through the heart. Just like you like it, Paler.
You stabbed me. Oh, I didn't think you had it in you.
Well, now you have it in you. A stake. Right through the heart. Not such a con artist now, am I? Well, where's that saw? I need to keep a souvenir from this experience.
Good evening, sir. There were reports of screaming and sounds of scuffle coming from this apartment.
Oh, that's interesting. No scuffle here, officer. Just a nice, quiet evening with myself.
Is that so?
Yes, indeed.
Then, may I ask, why is there a severed head on your shelf?
Yes, well, I am something of a collector, officer. You see, I'm a big fan of the classic horror movies, and on a trip last year to Transylvania, I found the perfect souvenir, the severed head of a vampire.
Is that so?
Yes, indeed, officer.
Well then, may I ask, why is there a body on your floor without a head?
Yes, officer, let me ask you something. Have you heard of the vampire who's been going around the town, feeding on victims? His name was Val Paler?
Yes, in fact, his wife died a few weeks ago. He turned my partner into a vampire.
Well, you're looking at all the remains of him. He was my roommate, but I found him to be quite dirty.
Dirty? Dirty, sir?
A slob, officer. Leaving blood all over the apartment, bodies in the bedroom. I simply had to do something. You'll understand.
Yes, I see. What's your name, son?
Nick, sir. Nick Bosley.
Nick Bosley. The infomercial guy. You sold the invisibility glasses.
The very same.
Crazy. I love those things. I use them with my wife in the bedroom. Put them on, and suddenly I'm naked.
Yes, well, that is the idea. Naked to the eye.
Well, Mr. Bosley, you have yourself a nice night. But if I were you, I would clean this mess up before morning. You wouldn't want any more suspicious neighbors.
Yes, officer, I will. I'm going to strip clean this whole place now that my messy roommate has been taken care of.
Good. Have a nice night, sir.
Yes, thanks, officer. You too. Clean up indeed. That gives me an idea. Vampire away. I'll make millions. Hi, I'm Nick Bosley, and let me tell you about a recent experience of mine. It was quite horrific. You see, I was living with a slob. Never cleaned up after himself. In fact, he left blood all over the apartment. The thing is, he was also a vampire, and in my experience, I can say with 100% guarantee, those guys suck. Have you ever been dealing with a dirty, slobby vampire in your life? If so, I have just the remedy. It's called Vampire Away, the only wearable that allows you to get rid of those beasts with just one whiff. It's a necklace made of garlic that you wear around your neck. The catch is, it also holds one long silver knife. You simply approach the vamp, let him smell you, then while he's stunned, stab him in the heart. Don't worry, it's completely legal because the cops don't want to deal with him either. Vampire Away, the wearable technology that lets you wear out those closeted bloodsuckers. I'm Nick Bosley, and I approve of Vampire Away murder.
Up to the echo. Up to the echo. Up to the echo radio show.
Live from the AOK Production House, Studio number 2. Back live again, I'm Nick O'Kelly.
And I'm Derek Daisy.
Derek Daisy.
That's right. I'm the other guy.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah. I appreciate you showing interest. How are you, Nick?
I'm good. God, I feel like we've been gone away for a month.
Well, we've been gone 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We had our greatest episodes.
Did you listen?
I listened to chunks because, obviously I've listened to these before.
Of course, yeah.
I checked some of them out. I saw, the first one. I didn't hear the second one, but...
I did go with the second one also as interviews, but I used our quote-unquote non-musical guests.
Oh, okay.
So Drew Hepler, Christine, and Jim, even though he's a producer, not a band.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some good conversations with people.
The really funny thing is, I guess we've had, 43 episodes now, something like that.
Something.
Half of those, because we do 2 a week, half of them have had guests, so, 20-some. We covered, 6 interviews in those 2, and both of them were 2 hours long.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
So we've talked to a lot of people.
We have. I know. Well, my hope, too, is next time around... kind of doing maybe 5-minute snippets of each interview, maybe a section of each one, so we can show more people, because I don't want people to think that we're we have these 6 people, they're really good, and then these other guys, not so good. Those guys suck. And we invited them all back, so we gotta kind of know our our limits. Woo! No, so if you were not a part of the best stuff, don't worry. There's always a Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, Volume 5.
Yeah. Well, like I said, 2 episodes was 4 hours.
I know.
With only 6 guests.
I know.
So,
Jesus.
The problem was I was trying to take snippets out, but I kept thinking, if I cut it here, you won't really understand this, and so...
You just have to make those decisions, Nick. Jesus. But that being said, it's fine. I forgive you.
I did enjoy, however, this week's skit.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and spoil it here.
Yeah.
He's not dead. Val is not dead.
Okay.
Of course, he's undead.
Well, he was beheaded, though.
So he was beheaded, but the head lives on.
Oh. Okay, yeah, because when I do my vocal parts, I send it over to Nick, and at the end of it, I don't know if you remember what I said to you.
Yeah, I heard the message. I loved it. It was awesome.
I don't remember verbatim, but I was like, Nick, if this is the end of Val, I'll kill you.
That was pretty much it. No, I plan to bring him back as a bionic vampire.
Oh.
So, just stay tuned for more adventures of Val Paler.
I know it.
I mean, he can't die.
Yeah, well, I mean, they can't.
He could die, but he didn't.
He didn't. That's good. I'm glad.
He's in a coma, and the head will wake up.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of dying, there's a very good chance we may die tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh. Now, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
I have been through quite a few hurricane potentials here in Charleston since I moved here.
Especially since you moved here. It seems like every other day they're like, well, this hurricane's going to kill us.
Yeah, and... especially, 3 years ago, Nikki Haley came over and really caused a panic, and nothing happened.
Oh, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, Matthew.
Matthew, right. So, however, I have never had my phone... I got a message yesterday on my iPhone, start hurricane preparedness, and it was like a big alarm.
Said we're a state of emergency.
Yeah, I've never had that happen on my phone before.
Yeah.
So
they're just using the technology. I don't think it's any more different than it was in the past.
Yeah, it was shocking.
Yeah.
I was sitting here, and all of a sudden, mine and my wife's phone just started blaring an alarm.
At my job, everybody's phone did that. It was like, like, oh my God.
I mean, and I understand why they do it, but that's a little much.
Well, they just want you to know in case you don't watch the weather.
I guess. The thing is, from what I understand, now this is Hurricane Florence that's coming through.
Yeah.
I understand that it's going to be like Wednesday if it hits. It's when it's going to be here.
Thursday morning.
Yeah, so...
Yeah. It's, because tonight's Wednesday, Nick. Dummy.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're so dumb.
So tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Like 2 in the morning, it's supposed to be here to kill us all. No, okay, let's end the charade.
Yeah.
It's Sunday night when we recorded this. It's not really live.
Yeah, if you've listened to the show for any period of time, you know that.
So right now we're at a point where we have no idea. Right now the storm could go within 400 miles. There's a range.
Yeah.
It could either kill us, plow into us, destroy everything we know, and rape our dog, or...
And it will do that.
It will absolutely do that. Or it could move north and hit Virginia, and then we get a little breeze.
My favorite is that they show the different potential paths.
Right.
And the map that I saw earlier today was... There were 4 of them.
Yeah.
One was basically right below us, almost hitting us, and then the other 3 are pretty much like going up the East Coast in the water and maybe coming on land in New York. So
and now
it's like certain destruction or a lot of rain.
Yeah, we don't know. All we know is it's going to be a Category 4 when it happens.
Yeah. And today, I mean, I will say yesterday it looked like it did rain a lot.
Yeah.
It looked like it was going to be a kind of a rough storm, actually. It was very looming in the sky. It just ended up being a lot of rain. Today was very nice, very hot.
Yeah.
So, I don't... These things come and go here.
They do, and it's one of those things now. I got a baby. So where I would normally ride out a storm, I don't know if I want to ride it out with my daughter.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part. And the thing is, you can't really go west because the storm's going west.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, where do you go? And what if you go north and then the storm's like, F you, and goes north? It's like the only thing it's not really planning on doing is going south. So it's like, well, you got to go to Florida, but you really want to go to Florida to avoid a hurricane?
And that's what's really funny about these storms. You can kind of see a sort of a path that happens, something that happens over and over again with these. Yeah. They come out of the region of Africa. They come across the Atlantic, and...
It's because of the slaves. We took the slaves, we are being punished for this.
Yeah, it's the slave trade route.
America.
No, I mean, once it hits the East Coast, the high air pressure from south of us, Florida, the Bahamas, that area, kind of pushes it up along the East Coast. It always tends to happen that way. So it looks like it's going straight for Charleston because of where they originate and its path along the Atlantic.
Right.
But it doesn't often actually get to us.
Yeah, they always say we're in the bullseye of it, and then it like misses us by 100 miles or whatever. Like,
and that's why.
Yeah.
That's why. Because once it gets here, you have those same air currents that hit that bring us our general weather and the tides and all of that. And it just pushes it away.
Right.
So I don't know.
Well, we'll see. I mean, hey, it didn't push away Hugo.
I was here for Hugo.
Yeah, well, yeah. What do you remember, you 2-year-old sycophant?
Yeah, I was 3 years old. I did, however, see a Facebook post today that showed, quote-unquote, Hugo in pictures.
Yeah, destruction.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I don't really remember it.
Yeah, clearly.
But I was here. So.
I know. I guess the fear is, no gas, no energy, no power.
Yeah.
No internet on my phone.
Something that I realized,
What?
and I don't know if this is the same in your neighborhood.
Okay.
But our power lines in this neighborhood are buried.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something that's cool that I haven't really taken notice of until this week.
Yeah.
Because of this, living in Europe, all of those lines are buried.
Yeah.
And I guess now with a lot of these new planned communities, that's kind of the thing to do.
That's what they do. Yeah.
So, I mean, unless it's just if it's a tragedy, okay, we might lose power, but in general, for a bad storm, the likelihood is less.
Well, yeah, it definitely is less. I've only lost power 2 or 3 times since we've lived here in 5 years, but there was a couple years ago when Matthew was leaving.
Yeah.
On the way out, I was like, all right, I think we're going to make it. And I sit down to play Madden. I'm like, all right, I'm going to play some football. And then power went out for 8 hours.
And that was Nikki Haley screwed that up.
Yeah.
She screwed the pooch on that one.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's kind of damned if you do,
Yeah.
damned if you don't kind of thing. You have if she had not have said anything, people would have just gone after her for not doing anything.
right,
but it was funny because it was very like, oh my God,
Yeah.
we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
And then it was like a rain shower.
But then if you consider last year, where they were like, this Category 5 hurricane is going to kill us.
Yeah.
It's going to hit Charleston, and it's not only going to rape your dog, but you better hide your cats, too.
And your mom.
And your mom. And it was, like, bad. I remember my work, like, just said, okay, we're closing 5 days. Like, they just, in advance, closed 5 days.
Yeah.
And then the storm was like, just kidding, going under South Florida.
That's how it always is.
And looped around. And then my work's like, hey, so it's a beautiful day on Sunday. You want to come to work?
You want to come to work?
Yeah.
Nope.
Like, no. No, I already left. I already evacuated.
Sorry, I'm in the bunker, yeah.
I evacuated.
This thing is locked for 50 years.
Yeah, that's right.
There's no coming out for me.
So, I mean, but there's a part of me, it's weird. It's because, like, the snow day person in me is like, please come, please. I want it.
It's funny, right?
Yeah. But then there's the adult in me is like, no, insurance, expensive.
I need to make money.
Yeah. Well, they pay us if we don't go. Or like if yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, if they cancel,
Wow.
if they close the work, they pay us.
Well, I guess my last job that was the case too, but I'm in a different situation now.
Yeah, well, but you know what? You're making way more than you were making
Yeah,
before, so you
that's
can
true.
afford to pay yourself a day or two.
Yeah.
God forbid, Nick.
Yeah, I do. I am the same way. It's so funny that you're kind of ingrained as a kid that it's a snow day, you get to hang out at home and do nothing.
Right.
And now that I'm an adult, I don't have kids.
Yeah.
My own house and everything. It's kind of like, hey, I'm ready for a snow day.
Yeah.
Now I can really enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, in me, it's one of those like there's no trees. We purposely did not put a tree in my yard because
Yeah.
I didn't want it to come down in a hurricane.
Yep.
Wise decision,
Yeah.
I think. But I am terrified that all my fence boards will just come loose and come at my house like
Oh, God.
bullets.
Yeah, and that for me, it's always a consideration if I'm, if I'm just looking at houses or driving through a neighborhood just to see it.
Yeah.
I always have that same thought, like, why don't you cut that tree down?
Yeah.
And you notice here, there are trees across from us, but if
everywhere.
it fell, it wouldn't hit us.
Yeah.
I am terrified, and I'll tell you, where my parents live, actually just a couple of months ago, I don't remember, I guess it was a snowstorm or something, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But there was a guy, is a doctor in town, had a very old brick house, and they had a very old cedar tree there that broke and fell through the roof of his house, destroyed one entire bedroom on the top floor.
Wow.
This is a brick house.
Yeah.
Totally demolished that one section of the top floor. Scares me to death.
Yeah.
I don't want to... And when we were looking for houses, we ended up coming here.
Yeah.
We looked at several that we said, nope, trees, too many. Sorry.
I am curious, though, if this hurricane does come, will you and your wife turn it into a trip to Disney? Because I feel like you have the seasonal passes, and it's just like, well, why wouldn't you?
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
You know what? The funny thing is, that is one of the safest places you could possibly be in the state of Florida.
Yeah, probably.
What was the hurricane that went through there not too long ago?
I forget the name, but where it went through Tampa.
A lot of people, that's where they go because they're, they are prepared for Category 6. That's their code there at Disney.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much any hotel on Disney property is safer than your house.
Wow.
They're all concrete. I mean, think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Concrete, they're not very tall. Most of them are, maybe 2 or 3 stories tall.
Yeah.
At the most.
Yeah.
So...
I'll tell you what, my wife and I, we have just booked our hotel to go to Disney in October. We're going to take the daughter.
This October?
Yeah, we're going.
You're kidding.
Yeah, well, after the Goo Goo Dolls show that we go on the 10th, right?
Awesome.
That Saturday, we're going down to St. Augustine to visit some friends, and then we're going to go to Disney, I think, Sunday and Monday.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we're going to go to Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom for the daughter.
Did you go to Animal Kingdom last time?
No.
I think you'll like it, especially with Pandora.
I heard Pandora makes it infinitely better.
Make your, you should be able to make them now, right? 60 days out. So make your Fast Pass for Flights of Passage.
Okay.
Otherwise, you won't. I mean, it's a 3-hour wait.
Okay.
But it's worth it.
Jesus.
It is. You've ridden Soarin', right?
Yeah.
This is Soarin' with your own personal simulator.
Banshee.
So where the Soarin', you're on a row of 6 people.
Yeah.
This is your own, and it moves independently.
Yeah.
But the ride system is very similar to that, but heightened because it's your own thing. It's 3D.
Yeah,
very cool.
The one thing I disliked about Soarin' was that I was put at the bottom of it, so I could see the end of the screen.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, now I'm out.
See, that whole problem is taken care of because it's 3D.
Yeah.
With the glasses and everything, and it really kind of puts you in it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll really like it.
I heard it was very good.
Yeah.
So.
The only problem is if you get a Fast Pass, which you should.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to waste your entire day.
You're right.
The animatronic of the Avatar is in the normal line.
Okay.
So you can see it through the window, but you won't go past it.
Oh.
And that's the only bad part, because it's a very cool
Well, maybe I could just get in line for that part and then just
leave
get out of line.
and bail.
Yeah. How far into the line is it? An hour into it?
Well, just about.
Yeah, okay. All right.
If you get there first thing and you try to like rope drop it, you know, then you might be fine.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to wait 3 hours.
Yeah, no, not at all. I won't wait 3 hours
but
for
it's
anything.
a very, very cool ride. The land is small, but it's very cool.
Speaking of other exciting things, you and I finally both got.
I'm so excited.
I know. Nick emailed me. So the other day, the last time we recorded our shows, I came over. He's like, dude, I got to submit to win a meet and greet for the Goo Goo Dolls at our Charlotte show. And he's like, oh, can you send me the link? Freaking leech. I was like, yeah, here's a damn link.
And I did it.
He did. So a few days ago, he texted me. He's like, dude, I want a meet and greet. And I was like, what? Who sent it to you? And he's like, oh, some lady, named Mary or whatever. And I'm
it's
like,
an automatic thing,
Right. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I check my email. No email. And I'm like, oh. Well.
I'm going to be honest. I was a little bummed.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
Goo Goo Dolls aside, I have never done a meet and greet.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, because you've done one in
every show we've ever gone to. I'm like, see you, Nick. I'm gonna go hang out with the band.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did that, and I was like, well, That's cool, man. At least you're gonna have fun and all that. And then I went on their website to see if they posted the winners, and they were like, Nick.
You did see my name?
I saw Nick.
I didn't check. Okay,
and it
good.
said Derek D. And I'm like, wait a minute, Derek D.
Derek Dapper?
Yeah, like, is there another Derek D. spelt the same way? Wait a minute. And I checked my junk email, and sure enough, I had an email from Mary telling me I had won, and I was like, Nick, we're going to meet them together.
Do you think we'll be able to do a joint picture?
I think so. Yeah, if we're standing next to each other in line, and we could just pretend we're gay and be like, come with me, Nick.
Because they're going to remember you.
Oh, yeah.
They know you.
Well,
I think they will.
And they do.
They probably don't quote unquote know you, but I think they recognize you. I mean, you've done a meet and greet at 6 shows?
Yeah, but there's people in wheelchairs that go all the time, and they stand out a lot more than I do.
Yeah, well, anyway, I'm excited because, like I said, I've never done a meet and greet.
Yeah.
So I was a little nervous about it. So if you're there and we get to do it in a joint, I think that'll be a really great picture.
It just depends when we get to it, because last time I did one, I guess the second time when we went to Charlotte.
Yeah, I know.
And I was the front of the line, so I was the first one, and John was helping a person in a wheelchair get up to get in line or something, and Robbie and I were standing there, and Robbie's like, "Yeah, I really like what they did here with this picture over here." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it looks great." He's like, "Oh, that's cool, man. All right." And then John shows like, "Hey," he's like, "All right, you guys ready?" I'm like, "You guys ready for a kick-ass show?" They're like, "Well, we're going to do our best." I'm like, "All right, man, kick-ass."
You better.
Yeah.
So we're going to go in there and be like, "Hey, what's the deal with Mike?"
Yeah. No. Oh, no. No, Nick. I don't want to get kicked out of the meet and greet.
No.
And
you think they would?
Then John would be pissed off on stage. Like, I'm not even going to sing this fucking song. You guys can sing it. And I give up forever.
Oh, God. Yeah. He better not do that because his voice is back.
Yeah.
He didn't the last time. But I will say the last time we saw him was at the tennis stadium.
Yeah.
And the first half of that show, as it is in so many situations, we've talked about Red Rocks in the past.
Yeah.
That was a great show starting it halfway through.
Yeah.
I hope that that's not the case.
Yeah.
Because I want to see one show where they're just on from the beginning.
They're doing Dizzy Up the Girl, baby.
God.
Front to back.
It better be good.
Yeah.
I will say this. The only time I have ever seen them where they were on from the very beginning was when we were in Charlotte with the Counting Crows, because the Counting Crows suck so bad.
Yeah, but John came out and was funny immediately.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
They were on in that show.
And he was on when I saw him in Hershey Park earlier, like a month earlier than that.
I remember.
And I was like, oh, God. Like, I didn't know they were moody until later on.
But both times we've seen them in Charleston, it's not the whole show's bad. It's just that the first few songs, you can tell that either they're pissed off or they're tired or whatever it is.
Like, like Robbie farted before they went out on stage. It's like, damn it, I'm going to smell that all night.
Something is wrong. Like, you can tell.
Yeah.
And the one at the tennis stadium, he looked like he felt bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the hat on the whole time.
He looked sick.
So I'm very excited.
Yeah.
We've got a meet and greet. It should be very good. I'm excited.
Yeah, and finally we'll have a picture, and then you'll have to get it blown up because we'll get it a week later.
Oh, trust me.
Right on the wall.
Oh, yeah. It's going on the wall.
Yeah, we're going to place that fish.
We're going to put that somewhere. Yeah, the fish somewhere. We're going to have the picture hanging up.
Yeah.
It's going to be a prison. I love the line from, what's the Angels in the Outfield?
No.
Where Danny Glover comes and does the picture with the two kids.
Yeah.
And they're like, it looks like a prison photo.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be like, I'm sure.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
I missed Angels in the Outfield.
It's like a prison photo. But the two of us there, maybe we could cheer them up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I hope so. Be like, dude, yeah. I don't even know what to say. We'll plan it on our drive there.
Yeah.
Because you and I will be riding.
We'll have to have a script because we got to be on.
Yeah. Be like, hi, I'm Derek Daisy. And I'm Nick O'Kelly, and we're to the Echo Radio Show.
Yeah, we'll have to throw that in there. I think if we ever got the Goo Goo Dolls to come on this radio show, that would be, we've arrived.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be the moment.
For us.
Most
people wouldn't see that as a you've arrived moment.
I was so upset. And we really appreciate that article in the Posting Courier.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that. But the one question she asked me that I wanted to be in the article was, who do you want to interview most?
Yeah.
Of course, I said the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
And I wanted to put that in there so we could tweet it to them.
Yeah, right. We were gonna
And they didn't put it in
they
there.
They didn't, so now we
Very
look like
upset.
we're posers
Yeah.
or something. It's bull. God dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway. Yeah, but we did, though, go to the... so we got the alarm for the hurricane.
Yep.
And I went out to the stores yesterday because we give our dog bottled water. I don't drink the tap water here. We go to Sam's Club. They have a $2 pack of 50 bottles. So that's what we get, and we let her drink that because I don't drink it. I'm not going to let her drink it. Bottom line is she was out, so I needed water anyway.
Yeah.
You know, we have bottled water for guests here in the studio, and also, you know, she drinks it.
Yeah.
Ashley drinks the water as well.
Yeah.
But we were out, and so we were going to go to the store and get it, and then that alert came through, and I said, well, you know, the shelves are going to be empty. And I was halfway joking when I said that.
Oh no.
I was like, we gotta,
they were empty.
I went to the store.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase. I went to 4 stores.
Yeah.
And the first 3 were, I mean, completely out of water.
Yeah.
This was Walmart,
Yep.
Target,
Publix.
and, it was Harris Teeter.
Yeah.
Oh, no, 5 stores, and BJ's. Walmart, Target, Harris Teeter, and BJ's.
Blowjobs was out of water?
We got a
God.
BJ's, we got a membership there.
Yeah.
Because,
How is it?
you know, I'm going to tell you all about it.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah, okay.
because
Great. Because they're in Somerville for our Charleston
and that's why we
listeners.
got it, because they always have this promotion in the paper that you can get the first 3 months for free or whatever.
Oh.
And I like Sam's Club a lot. I'm
Yeah.
not a big Walmart fan,
Yeah.
but I do like Sam's Club.
Yeah, I like Costco.
And the reason I like Costco too, the reason we don't do Costco here
So far away.
is so far away, and I really don't like our Costco.
Oh.
Have you ever been to the one in West Ashley?
Yeah, once.
It's
And
it's kind of small.
It is,
and
because the one in Brooklyn that I went to,
Yeah.
oh man, it had everything.
It's funny because, you know, Ashley's Costco membership that she had before was in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And it's polar opposite. The Costco is huge, and the Sam's Club is kind of small. So we went to the one here, and it was just, I mean, it was like going to Big Lots.
Yeah.
It was just very chaotic. Everything was in the aisles. It was dirty.
Yeah.
So we went to Sam's Club because it's big here. It's very nice. So I really like that one, but it's at Tanger. I don't want to drive all the way over there.
No.
From here, it's what, 25 minutes?
Yeah.
There's a BJ's 5 minutes away, and there's a road that they've just recently built that goes behind it that comes out here before you get to the major intersection at Alt 17.
Oh wow.
So we can leave here, go up this the road outside this neighborhood here, and make a turn right past that Sphinx and go right to BJ's.
Okay.
So we said, let's try it out.
Yeah.
I like it, but there are some critical things that we get on a regular basis that they don't have. For example, LaCroix. Sam's Club has a LaCroix variety pack. I mean, it's like $5, and you get, I don't know, 40 cans or something. It's really cheap.
Wow, that's not so bad.
That's why we get them all the time.
Yeah.
BJ's has the Polar brand of seltzer water, which I don't like as good because their flavors are... I just don't like the flavors as good.
Yeah, it's
they
like
have
somebody yells at it with an accent.
Yeah.
And it's not quite the same.
Yeah,
as...
well, the thing the thing is, they like LaCroix has lemon, lime.
Yeah.
You know, this particular brand likes to mix things.
Yeah.
Like they'll have pineapple and lemon or something weird. But the problem is they don't have cans at all. They sell it in big, like 1 liter bottles.
Yeah.
And I don't like getting seltzer water in large bottles because you lose it.
Yeah.
So that was one thing. And then bottled water. They only have in store name brand bottled water. Because like at Sam's Club, you get their brand. It's literally $2.
Right.
Here they have like Fiji. So it's like $10.
$40 for 2 bottles.
Yeah, it's half exactly. It's half the size, and it's like $10 to $15 for all of their brands.
Yeah, because you don't need to be drinking, high quality restaurant water when you're trying to survive.
And it's like a pack
hurricane.
of it's like a pack of 10 as
Oh
opposed to a pack of 40.
Right.
So I was like, I don't know. But so we went a couple times. We did get the membership. Other everything else they pretty much have, but there's a few things that they just don't. And Then we found the benefit. Yesterday, Ashley realized that they have an Uber Eats style delivery service. Have you ever used or heard of Uber Eats?
I've heard of Uber Eats, and I know that some of the places like Publix and all that have delivery.
So it's called Instacart.
Yeah.
And BJ's has it. Somebody goes and gets your groceries and brings it to your house. But the stuff that they have on their website for online ordering and delivering seems to be different than what's in the store.
Yeah.
For example, they have a 50-pack of water for $2.
Really?
But it's not in the store.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they keep it in the back.
They probably just go to Sam's Club.
I don't know what it is. So I went yesterday looking for water, and at the 5th store that I went to, the shelves weren't completely empty.
Yeah.
So, I felt so stupid. I bought everything they had left, which was like 2 packs of Le Bleu, a pack of Fiji, a pack of some random-ass liter bottles of water. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Flavors
I had
water.
this whole eclectic, store of water.
God.
I got home, and Ashley says, hey, guess what?
I found water?
BJ's delivers, and they have the $2 packs of water.
So you got all
so
this
after I spent like $50 on water... She purchased 4 packs for $8.
Oh my God.
So we've got like 200 bottles of water sitting in there that cost less than $10.
Well, if you need to give away some water, I don't
That's
have
why
any.
I told you when you came in here, if you need some water. I mean, I'm serious.
I know.
There's 4 packs in there.
God, man. The communication in this family.
Some really nice black lady brought it to us.
Oh. Do you have, how much, is it like added a big increase in how much?
It was, so I think that the delivery fee is a percentage.
Yeah.
So it was like $15 delivery fee, but we bought a lot.
Yeah.
Like she bought all kinds of stuff.
But do you have to tip, or like what do you do?
You can, like, it's just like Uber Eats.
I've never done it.
Uber.
Yeah.
There's like an app.
Yeah, but
and you can tip them on the app.
Is there a customary tip that you should give?
I don't think we tipped.
I don't like the expectation of tipping. Like, thank you, you did it, but I already paid a $15 surplus, so I don't feel like I should have to pay even more.
Now, we have, in Europe, we used Foodora because some restaurants that we enjoyed, they spoke German, and it was very hard to communicate. So if you ordered through the app, it was all in English, and so it made it easier. Mm-hmm. On there, I would tip because delivery fee was like $2.
Oh.
In this particular case, it was like a $15 delivery fee, so we didn't tip because she gets that. I mean, those people get that money.
Yeah.
And same with Uber. That whenever they bring you your food, now I haven't used this once, but my understanding is that delivery fee goes to them.
Okay.
It's like their Uber drive.
Okay.
So, you can tip.
And if I just don't want to.
But they're getting paid.
Yeah. I don't want to tip another $5, $10.
Yeah.
I'll be like, here's a couple dollars, but like freaking $5, I might as well go myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that it probably depends on how much you buy.
Yeah.
But because that delivery fee goes directly to them, I think, the tipping is just a courtesy. But in this case, I don't think it was necessary.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of things that are courtesy in this world.
But I told her, I was like, if, they have a lot of stuff on this app that we couldn't find in their store.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, if they're going to bring it to us, then, maybe we'll use it.
Yeah. Well, that's
I feel very lazy saying that, but, Sam's Club doesn't do that.
Right.
They don't have a delivery. You can do an online order and go pick it up.
Right. Well, and I know Publix does it. I know Harris Teeter has a delivery.
I'd never heard of this.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool.
People at work tell me all the time, oh, yeah. There's a mom I work with, and she says, yeah, I don't step foot in a grocery store with my kids. She's like, I just order on there, and they, it's $10, $15, but I don't have to go down there and do it.
I tell you what, that is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, she pulled right up to the door. She picked the stuff up out of her trunk. I mean, I took it directly from her, but I got the impression she would have brought it in.
Yeah.
And we got a whole store of groceries. I mean, it was really nice.
Well, good job. And another reason for you not to lose weight, you fat.
So would I recommend BJ's? I don't know, because I think Sam's Club is still better.
Yeah.
But the gas is as cheap, and with that service,
Yeah.
it's it's an idea.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you need some water,
Yeah, come on down to AOK Studio number 2.
we probably have at this point, and some of these are liter bottles. I would say 500 bottles of water in this.
Wow. Christ.
So we're good for a while.
Yeah, wow. I'll tell you what, man. Last week I was down for the count. I was sick the weekend that we were off.
Well, that worked out.
Well, yeah, while you were off having a good time. I mean, I was better by the Sunday, but that Friday, Saturday, I was bedridden. But I don't know if I remember telling you this, but I was learning how to code, taking classes on Udemy.
Yep.
It is, man. It's pretty cool. I'm starting to get a lot of concepts pretty well. I mean,
you're still doing quite a bit of it.
Oh yeah. I do it every day. It's been a lot of fun.
This is still JavaScript?
No, I've jumped over to Swift.
Okay.
Which is Apple's coding language, and I'm using the program Xcode.
Yeah.
And so I've made a handful of apps so far. I have a really interesting app, though, I want to design. Mm-hmm. And I think I can do it. It's essentially, you know how if you're a songwriter, you write a line, and, that's usually it. And then it goes in my notes, and then maybe one day I'll find it and be like, that's a good line, and then write a song from it. But I never, ever get to the line, ever. Yeah. So what I wanted to do was create an app where you write your lines in there and it adds it to this list. And then when you're ready to be inspired, there's a Get Inspired button. You press it. It randomly displays a lyric from your list.
Yeah.
And then it gives you a timer, and you got to write a song on that timer
that's
immediately.
pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes I do well under pressure.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to design that app. So I'm working on it now.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
You could make some money. I mean, I think you can design. Well,
not for a while, but but you can make some money, and you can gift me, lots of money.
Totally possible. Not to say that we would do that.
No, not at all.
Anyone that might be listening,
of course not.
But of course, I'm willing.
Yeah. That's right. I have lots of ideas, and I'm not a doer. You're a doer.
Yeah, right.
So with your non-knowledge of code, you're going to make it happen.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I said, I really enjoyed the coding I did. C++ that's the one problem with that industry is that the new technology, it's just always coming out.
Oh yeah.
So it's a little tough to keep up.
But at the same time, it's like once you understand coding language, you just got to learn the syntax.
It's all pretty much people come up with a new one because they figure out something that's a little quicker.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much what happens. But so that being said, the C++ is kind of old.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun doing that. I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Yeah.
So
I had a good time.
We did that little Lego thing. That was awesome.
Yeah. Well, I'm just building apps, and right now I'm building a weather app and it's pretty interesting how it.
You're gonna need it.
Yeah, now better finish it before it's all over.
Yeah, right.
Watch it not even tell you there's a hurricane. God, that'll be terrible.
Yeah.
But what did you do? So you left for the weekend. You weren't here.
Yeah, we went up to North Carolina. Visited with Ashley's parents and brother. That I'm. Like I said before, I'm an uncle now, so spent some time with my niece. It's very weird to say that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it. Just visited some family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a good time, really good time. We always have a good time going up there, and, actually, my parents went to Myrtle Beach that weekend, so they weren't there.
Oh, okay. Well, nice.
Speaking of Myrtle Beach, did you know they opened a Quickie Mart? From The Simpsons?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you see that?
Yeah. And
I'm going to have to go up there and look at this thing. I've had some friends of mine have posted pictures.
Yeah.
And it looks really neat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They have the Slurpees and everything.
Yeah.
Or what is it called? They call it the Squishy, I think.
Squishies?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty neat. I think a friend of mine went and did it the other day, and he had a picture. He's like, this is bananas or something like that.
It's really bizarre that, I could have understood this back in 1995.
Yeah.
But hey, if you need a different reason to go to Myrtle Beach, I'm not sure if there is one. So hey, go check out the Quickie Mart.
Yeah.
We're going to Disney though. You said you're going in October. We're going next week.
What days?
Wednesday. We'll be coming back Sunday. We'll be back on Sunday, but we're actually Tuesday. We're leaving Tuesday evening.
Okay.
And we'll come back Sunday morning.
Yeah. Man, it sucks that this is the Wednesday show that we're doing on Sunday, because on this day, when people are listening to this or beyond, Apple have already announced they have an announcement on the 25th. I'm really excited to find out new stuff. We don't know what it is, but new stuff.
Interesting.
Possibly. And then Spider-Man came out for PlayStation 4.
I saw that.
I have it.
You got it?
Oh, yeah.
Is it good?
Oh, it's good.
I'm going to say Spider-Man, the first 2 PlayStation games were awesome. I loved them.
You remember Spider-Man 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, where it had Tobey Maguire and you swing through the city and it's all that.
It was great game.
So this game is it's that swinging, except it's gorgeous. Very beautiful game. And then I don't know if you ever played Batman Arkham City, Arkham Asylum.
I did play some of Arkham City.
It's that fighting. It's pretty much that
cool.
fighting style with Spider-Man 2 swinging.
So it's worth it.
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's a cool game.
Did you play the original 2 that came out before the movie one? There were 2 that came out before that.
On the original PlayStation?
Yeah, original PlayStation.
Yeah, of course.
Those were 2 of my favorite games ever.
Yeah.
And of course I played the movie one as well, and it was swinging was great.
Right.
But I wish I could find those games. I had them at one point, and I can't find them anymore. So I saw that came out, and I thought it might be worth buying.
Yeah, they're great.
So
I'm very much enjoying it. It looks beautiful. It is such a good reimagining of New York City. Like, I went to where I used to work, and
that's cool.
They replaced it. They replaced the building with a couple fountains.
Yeah.
But I'm looking around. I'm like, this is exactly the same.
Wow.
And I started walking the way that I used to walk to the subway, and the street is exactly the same. The building sides are the same. I'm like, oh my god,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it blew me away, man.
Talk about coding. I mean, you got to think about how many hours it takes for people to put that together.
Years, man.
Yeah.
Years of a team.
And that's really, I mean, I wonder what they do if they go get just a lot of video of the areas or
take pictures
and
design it. I mean, because it's a very it's not the entire New York City, and they took some creative liberties in some areas, but but a lot of the places you do recognize, they knocked it out of the park.
But it's like Grand Theft Auto. You can visit places, and it's like, this is it. You know? So that's pretty cool.
They twisted a little bit in Grand Theft Auto. With this one, they're like, no, this is New York City.
Yeah.
So you can go to certain landmarks. You're like, that's the Empire State Building, not something that's kind of resembles the Empire State Building.
I'm looking forward to the new movie. It's funny to hear them talking about Tom Holland. They don't tell him certain things because they don't want him to give it away.
He leaks. Because he's a leaker. He leaked the title of this movie.
He's so young, I think, is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb.
But I'm looking forward to the movie.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to next year's Avengers. But and then Star Wars Han Solo comes out, later this month. The 14th, I think, it comes out on digital.
Did you see it?
Solo, yeah. We talked about it on the whole show.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, I am too.
I mean, the thing is, I'm excited to see it again.
Yeah,
I did enjoy it. The problem was, I don't know. It just, I don't know. There's just something missing. I feel like, because like Rogue One for me had that oomph.
Yeah. This one, it just felt like a different movie. But I remember I walked out of that movie way happier than I walked out of Last Jedi.
Well, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it. I thought it was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's why I feel like I had too high of expectations, maybe.
Oh, I had none.
Yeah.
After Last Jedi, I was like, dude, I'm gonna lower these expectations because Force Awakens really raised them.
Yeah. And I bought Last Jedi.
I do too. Yeah.
But every time I watch it, I'm like, this sucks.
I know. I saw it on Netflix, and I was like,
yeah, it's just not very good.
Yeah,
there's many missed opportunities. I think.
Yeah. Ryan Johnson just, dude, you don't need to go so far left wing on this thing.
That's the problem. I feel like he's not a Star Wars fan,
even though he is. Like, he loves Star Wars.
But how? But that's the thing. Like, how can you be a Star Wars fan?
Yeah.
And do what you did with Luke and I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he's making his own trilogy right now.
Yeah. We'll see.
I know. We will see. Damn it.
No, but we're going next week for the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot.
Oh, okay.
And we'll be going to the Party for the Senses, which is pretty much the premier event at Disney for the whole year.
Yeah.
We'll be in the VIP lounge. I'm very excited about. And Morimoto from the Iron Chef will be there.
Yeah.
A bunch of celebrity chefs come and do demonstrations. It's a whole thing. You know, you walk around, you see everybody's stuff and cookbooks and everything.
Yeah.
But my former colleague is going to be proposing. So it's Ashley's birthday, and that's happening, so we're going with them, too.
Do they listen to the show?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Well, then you're doing terrible marketing. And you're fired.
He might. I think he may listen, but I know that his soon-to-be wife does not. But she knows. Yeah. It's not a secret.
Okay.
She picked out the ring.
Well, yeah, but when he's going to... I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm not giving any of that away.
Okay.
But, yeah, she knows about it, so... Wow. But that's exciting, so we'll be doing that. I'm glad you're going back, because I feel like when you went before...
Oh, my God. It was a miserable trip.
Yeah.
I mean, my daughter was 8 months old then.
Yeah,
and
that's tough.
And what happened was that we got to our hotel. The hotel was kind of gross, where like there was ants in there.
Were you on? You weren't on property, right?
No.
Oh,
we were actually really like right around the corner from Universal Studios.
Oh wow! Okay, that's a ways away then.
Yeah.
Well, not.
It's enough. It's enough of a hike. And my daughter, 8 months old, like she just at night, the night we got there, and we were gonna relax, and then in the morning meet up with our buddy. She woke up and just every second we put her down, she'd cry. And she did that till like 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
And we had to meet them at 8 a.m.
That's tough.
And I was losing my patience so much. I was like, I'm about to get in our car and go home. I'm done.
Yeah.
And we didn't. We went to the park, and then the fireworks went off and scared the crap out of her, and she cried. Then it was really the worst trip in that regard. So now she's a little older. You know, I think she'll I know she won't remember it, but at least she'll react. She'll be a little more aware of what's going on.
Now, a couple things that I would make you aware of. You know about the rider swap thing, right?
Yeah, with parents.
Yeah, so like you could wait in line, or Marina could wait in line, and then the other one hold the baby, and then you skip the line. The other one.
Yeah.
So,
wow. Yeah. We're not going to split that way. I mean, that's a nice thought, but yeah, see you in 3 hours, and I go do something while they sit in line.
Yeah, I mean, but it's available. You know, if it was, and also they have baby care facilities.
Yeah, well, we are staying on a hotel like right next to the park. We made sure to do that. I was like, let's just do it. Because we paid off my car this week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Little celebration.
Yeah.
And then we ended up not buying furniture. We were going to buy new couches and all that as a way to celebrate. And I was just like, I don't have a problem with our couch. I mean, it's that not real leather, so it kind of rips off little by little. Yeah. But my daughter runs all over the thing and jumps on it. I'm like, do we really want to abuse our new couch right now? Like, let's let her destroy this one, and then we'll get a new one, and then we'll tell her, get the hell off the couch.
Well, I'm not sure where it is in Animal Kingdom, but in Magic Kingdom, you go to the end of Main Street, Casey's Corner, the hot dog place is on the left. Yep. You go right beside of that, there is a baby care thing, and they have free stuff in there you can use, and changing areas and all that. Good. So it's all open to parents for free.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll give it another try. Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
And we'll
I think you'll enjoy that.
Better.
Epcot is not good with a kid.
No,
I don't think.
I think it's more of an adult park.
Toy Story Land is open at Hollywood Studios, but there's so much other construction going on. It's just not worth it.
I'm just waiting for Star Wars.
So, but with Pandora, Animal Kingdom to me is a full day now, and
good.
Magic Kingdom, of course. I mean, you got to go there.
Yeah, good. Well, then we will.
Yeah,
excellent.
I'm excited.
I am too.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan.
I know you are. That's all you talk about. God.
Yeah, I know. Well, it is what it is.
I know. He spends like $40 million a year towards it.
Yeah, and then at Christmas we're going to go back for my birthday, but we're going to go to Universal too for a day so I can see Harry Potter.
Yeah. I want to see that so bad.
Yeah. I want to ride the train and everything.
Me too.
So
crap. Well, I guess that's our show.
That's
so
our show. Yeah, I mean, gosh.
Yeah, well, you can tweet us at To The Echo Radio, totheecho.com.
Yep.
For more up-to-date stuff as we come out with shows. Hey, if we survive this hurricane, there's a good chance we may see you all on Sunday.
Yeah, we hope so.
If we lose power and our lives are destroyed, that's why the show doesn't post.
Yeah.
But we'll only do that if we can.
Hopefully not.
Yes, fingers crossed. But it's been a pleasure, Nick.
Yeah, I'm glad we're back.
Yeah. Until next time.
We'll see you then. Nick O'Kelly?
I'm Derek Daisy.
To the Echo Radio.